Good afternoon. Will the Committee on Executive Management please come to order? I'd like to welcome Vice Chair Nishimoto and committee members Kia'aina, Wire, and Cordero, and Dos Santos Tam. Although remote oral testimony is being permitted, this is a regular in-person meeting and not a remote meeting by interactive conference technology under HRS Section 92-3.7. Therefore, the meeting will continue notwithstanding loss of audiovisual communication with remote testifiers or loss of the public broadcast of the meeting. Members of the public will be allowed to provide oral testimony on all items on the agenda in two ways, remotely and in person in council chamber. As both English and Hawaiian are official languages of the state of Hawaii pursuant to Article 15, Section 4 of the Hawaii State Constitution and Section 1-13 of the Hawaii Revised Statutes, members of the public may testify in either language. For all testimonies offered on Olelo, Hawaii, additional time as may be necessary will be allowed for the testifier to provide an English translation of the testimony. Oral testimony will be allowed when each agenda item is taken up in the following order. 1, remote testimony, and 2, in-person testimony in the council chamber. Before testifying, each person shall state their full name and the agenda item they're testifying on. Each speaker may not have anyone else read their statement and is limited to a 1-minute presentation per item. All persons who have registered to testify remotely by video conference or phone will be called upon first. When your name is called, please monitor your screen and activate your audio feed when prompted. The following are some friendly reminders and tips. Video conference from a quiet location if possible. If you are watching the proceeding on Olelo, please mute your device at the time you are called to testify. When the timer on the screen reaches 0, please conclude your remarks promptly. For those who are joining us by telephone only, please press *9 to indicate your desire to speak. I will identify you by the last 3 digits of your phone number. When your number is called, please press *6 to unmute yourself when prompted. Once all the remote testifiers have testified, I will proceed to in-person testimony in the council chamber. Persons who have not registered will be given an opportunity to speak following the oral testimonies of the registered speakers. When testimonies include the testifier's address, email address, and phone number, will be available to the public as described on the posted agenda. As a courtesy, please turn off all cell phones. Members, moving to item number 1, Resolution 25-29. This resolution confirms the appointment of Don Swarstak to serve on the 2025 Charter Commission of the City and County of Honolulu. I believe we have the nominee here as well as Andy Sugg. Actually, could we hear from the nominee first? If you'd like to just say a few words. And aloha and welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair Waters. Good afternoon, Committee. Just want to say I'm very grateful for this opportunity. Look forward to working with you as well as the other commission members as well as the cabinet for putting in some new policies and initiatives in place if possible. So thanks.
Thank you so much. Members, any questions for the nominee? Councilmember Dos Santos Tam.
Thank you, Chair. And Don, thank you. It's good to see you back here, and thanks for your willingness to serve. Just as a matter of course, since you were employed here at the city, can you assure us that as a member of the Charter Commission, you'll be able to look at all the matters through a fresh lens and not necessarily with your former director lens on?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
All right. Thank you. That's all I need here.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. Members, any follow-up? I'd like to also thank you for your willingness to serve, and nice to see you again.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Andy Sugg, Chief of Staff for the Mayor.
Aloha, Chair Waters, Vice Chair Nishimoto, Andy Sugg, Mayor Blangiardi's Chief of Staff. Just want to let you know that we are very happy that Dawn has volunteered for this very important commission. The process that we went through to choose our 7 commissioners was pretty exhaustive. I know I talked to you, Chair Waters, and I talked to Councilmember Kia'aina to let you know what kind of folks we were looking for, and I think Dawn embodies that. So we're very happy she's agreed, and we're happy to have her back here at Honolulu Holly. Thank you
so much. Thank you. Members, we'll now turn to remote testimony. Madam Clerk, do we have any remote testifiers?
Chair, there are none.
Thank you. Let's turn to in-person testimony. Madam Clerk, do we have any in-person testifiers?
Chair, there are none.
Thank you so much. Members, we're in discussion. Oh, I'm sorry, Councilmember Cordero.
Thank you. I have a question for Mr. Sugg, Chief of Staff Sugg.
Oh, please
Okay,
proceed.
so I didn't want to, I know you saw me raising my hand, but my question was to follow up on the requirements that you were looking for one of your 7 appointees to serve on the Charter Commission.
Thank you, Councilmember Cordero. We looked for a broad range of folks with different experience, not necessarily government experience, not necessarily attorneys, just folks who have a deep commitment to the city and county and to the charter and to the future of Honolulu.
Okay, so that's very broad. And I was just wondering, I'm also wondering who the other 7 or other 6 members are that you're appointing.
Okay, Scott Power, Brandon Marquiga, April Woofter. It's a, as I said, broad cross-section. Sandra Sims, who used to be core counsel here, Diane Kawauchi, who was core counsel as well, and how many is that, 6 or 7? I don't want to forget.
I think that might be 6, and then and Dawn Stefchuk.
And Dawn, yes.
Okay, okay, that's good to know. And they didn't have to come before the council, right? Only just Dawn?
No, just Dawn, yep.
Got it. And was there an announcement with the press release of all the appointees?
I don't know if I don't know if a release has gone out with our other 6, but we're not keeping it a secret.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, because you mentioned that you shared with other members, and we're in a public meeting. We can't talk to each other, so.
Right. When I spoke to Chair Waters and Councilmember Kiana, who was vice chair at the time, we just talked generally about the kind of process that we were going to go through in searching for our 7.
Okay, thank you. And I just hope that they will be able to meet expeditiously as well as meet all of our timeliness before the Charter Commission deadlines are set. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Any follow-up questions for Mr. Sugg? Seeing none, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Any further discussion, members? Seeing none, Chair then recommends Resolution 25-29 be reported out for adoption. Any objections or reservations? Noting no objections or reservations, so ordered. Thank you, members. Thank you for your willingness to serve. Members, next, Resolution 25-43. This resolution approves the appointments by the presiding officer of the council to the 2025 Charter Commission of the City and County of Honolulu. Members, we have distributed Council Communication 38-2025 to replace Council Communication 24-2025, appointment forms for Somerset Yamamoto. Members, one of our appointees, Ms. Laurel Johnson, is unable to serve on the Charter Commission. I'd like to offer a verbal amendment to replace Ms. Johnson with Summer Silva. Members, we will now proceed with remote testimony. Clerks, do we have any remote testifiers?
Chair, there are none.
Thank you. We will now proceed to in-person testimony. Clerks, do we have any in-person testifiers?
Chair, there are none.
Thank you. Members, we are in discussion. Council member, can we go at Kiaina, then Cordero? Oh, please, go ahead. Council member Cordero.
I just want to say,
Wait, sorry. Go ahead. Well, actually, can we have the nominees come up and say a few words? Let's start with Mr. Aki. Aloha, welcome. Thank you all for being here, by the way.
Test, test. Thank you, Chair, Vice Chair, members. My name is Jacob Aki, and I am humbled by the opportunity to be considered for this role. I've had the opportunity to work with many of you over the past recent years, and I look forward to this opportunity to continue to not just serve my community, but also the broader county as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Members, any questions for Mr. Aki? Seeing none, thank you so much. Next, JC Mikulanek. Aloha, welcome. Thank you for being here today.
Yeah, aloha, Chair, members. Happy to be here. Thrilled to get to take part in this, the commission, and looking forward to working with all of you. I used to work down here for a former council chair, so it's nice to be back. Aloha. Thank you.
Thank you. Members, any questions for the nominee? Seeing none, thank you, sir. Next, we have Cedric Duarte. Aloha and welcome.
Aloha, Chair, Vice Chair, committee members. Humbled for the opportunity to serve. I look forward to working with all of you. This is an incredible opportunity to really get to know the city and see what we can do to assist.
Thank you.
Mahalo.
Members, any questions for Mr. Duarte? Seeing none, thank you, sir. Next, we have Somerset Yamamoto. Aloha and welcome. Welcome back.
Aloha, Chair, Vice Chair, members of the committee. So grateful to be here, to be back in this place. And the city is just such an important level of government, and so many important things happen at this level, so that I'm just humbled by the opportunity to serve.
Thank you so much. Any questions for the nominee? Councilmember Dos Santos staff.
So welcome back. Same question that I posed to Dawn. Can you assure us that you'd take a look with a fresh set of eyes and not with your former hat as having been here for a long time and very involved in policy?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Councilmember Wire.
Thank you, Chair. And echo that, mahalo you and everyone for being willing to serve. I was just curious, could you tell me a little bit more about your publication on your resume? I think that was Best Appellate Brief in the 2013 Native American Law Student Association Moot Court Competition.
Sure. I was on the Native American Moot Court team for University of Hawaii Law School, Richardson. And my partner and I were able to get our brief published as the best for that year.
Wow, that's awesome. Appreciate that. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you.
Mahalo.
Any follow-up questions for the nominee? Seeing none. Members, unfortunately, Davin Aoyagi and Summer Silva were unavailable today. I believe, at least I know that Davin Aoyagi reached out to many of you to talk to you. And if need be, perhaps Summer Silva can do the same. Okay. Now we're in discussion. Councilmember Cordero.
Thank you. First off, I'm very excited that we have our Charter Commission. I just want to state that I know that, well, first off, thank you to the staff, to the teams for letting me know about where I can find the mayor's appointees on Mayor's Message 14. As a legislative body, we are equal to the executive branch, and I do want to share that, we are held to this standard where everything is public, and so we're doing it in a very public and correct manner. And while posting this is great, I think a press release would have been awesome. So first off, it's great that our neighbors are able to see who's going to be representing them, and who they can direct their charter amendment questions to that are representing the city council. I'm very excited because I know many of us have known a lot of the appointees that we are appointing today. And I'm very excited to be able to see what they come up with and see what I'll be voting on next year. So I support all of them, and I'm thankful and grateful to all of you. Seriously, thank you.
Thank you so much. Councilmember Kia Aina.
Thank you, Chair. And thank you for all the nominees for putting your names forward. I've had the privilege of working with all of you and looking forward to your participation. I did want to talk a little bit about Summer Silva, who seems to be our pinch hitter today, who has stepped in because of the withdrawal of one of the nominees. Summer Silva is an attorney who has been the senior advisor for Native Hawaiian Affairs to the U.S. Department of the Interior Secretary. And in the last year, because of what was happening on Maui, she actually was detailed to the FEMA regional director to help all of the federal agencies in navigating the cultural impacts on Maui. She also is a former executive director for the Native Hawaiian Legal Corporation and has private sector experience. So when you have private sector, nonprofit, and both government experience, I think it would bode well for the commission. And I think she lines up nicely with this awesome team that we have today. So looking forward to working with all of you.
Thank you so much. Any further discussion, members? Councilmember Dos Santos Town.
Chair, I would like to echo Councilmember Kiaina's comments about Ms. Silva, and I think the entire team is really well-rounded and are going to provide a really valuable perspective as we go into proposed charter amendments. So very glad to see this whole group coming together, and I look forward to seeing their work product.
Thank you so much. Any further discussion, members? Seeing none, thank you. Chair now recommends that Resolution 25-43 be amended to a CD1 as we discussed to replace Ms. Johnson with Summer Silva. Any further discussion? Seeing none, any objections or reservations? Noting no objections or reservations, resolution has been amended to a CD1. Chair then recommends that Resolution 25-43 CD1 be reported out for adoption. Any discussion? Seeing none, any objections or reservations? Noting none, so ordered. There being no further business, the meeting is adjourned. Thank you, members.